Hi and welcome back to my channel. My name is Natalie and today I'm going to be sharing my favorite Netflix only films. Now there are so many good things on the platform, but these are my absolute top picks and I've listed them from my least favorite to my most favorite, in saying that there's not much of a margin between them, but I thought I would try to rank them for you. So stick around to the end to find out which one is my absolute favorite. Murder Mystery. This is such a great film. It's a good comedy. It's an easy watch, something you can watch with your partner. It's really hard to find films these days, I think, that are really good quality, funny, light-hearted, that you can watch with other people, that aren't too long or aren't like a series. I think this is a really good film that ticks those boxes. Basically, there's a couple, they go on an overseas trip that the wife has been wanting to go on for a really long time. They meet this handsome stranger who offers to host them on his private yacht, and a murder happens, so they have to kind of work out who on board the yacht is guilty. Always Be My Maybe. Again, another heartwarming, light-hearted, funny rom-com type film. It's about a couple of friends who have grown up together and haven't seen each other for a long time, and it's kind of this will they won't they get together sort of scenario. The Two Popes. I'm not normally drawn to this kind of film, but after I saw the buzz about it, I decided to give it a chance, and I'm so glad I did. It is hilarious. A really funny film. It's kind of about this older, like old school traditional pope meeting the younger, more like free spirited pope, and how the generational differences between them kind of work out and how they communicate through those barriers. So a really great look at like intergenerational differences and relationships, but done in a really funny way. Pieces of a Woman. This film was absolutely devastating for me, and it's about this woman and this birth experience that she has, and kind of the unraveling of her life after this birth experience. I don't want to go into too much detail without giving it away, but it's very, very emotional, very powerful, and such an important watch for anyone who has a mother in their life. Love Hard. I really loved this film. I watched it last Christmas and I really want to watch it again this Christmas. I just think it was funny, it was sweet. Yeah, it's a rom-com, a Christmas rom-com. There's not much more to say about it, but I just really enjoyed it. Bird Box. Most people have probably seen this, so I won't go into too much detail, but it's a film set in the future and the world has kind of ended because there are these mysterious monsters that attack humans if you look at them. So Sandra Bullock plays this mother who is trying to get her two children from point A to point B without actually using her eyes. It's spooky without being overly scary or horrific, so I really enjoyed it. The Lost Daughter. This film really touched me again because it's about a mother and her relationship with her children, I guess. So what happens in the film is there's this woman and she's by herself on this beautiful Greek island, I assume. She's on holiday and sees this big family, and one of the children goes missing from that family. She helps in the search and she ends up connecting with this younger mother, and the film goes into some flashbacks of her own experiences as a young mother at that same age with her two children. It's kind of this exploration of motherhood and how it affects us and how it changes us, and what kind of restrictions or like kind of constraints mothers have versus what kind of freedoms they might have or could have. And yeah, it's a really interesting film and well worth a watch. The Old Guard. Again, very, very popular film. You've probably seen it already, but it's a really good film about these ancient beings who live forever and they kind of protect the world, if you will. The Adam Project. I didn't really go into it with any expectations, but it's really this moving story about this young boy and his father and what happened to him, and kind of the ways families overcome grief and how that might change you, you know, as you grow up. And yeah, there's just a lot of really touching and moving moments in it, so I really enjoyed it. And my favorite film on Netflix is Don't Look Up. If you haven't seen this already, it's an awesome political thriller drama kind of film about the end of the world, and these scientists are trying to warn everybody that the world is about to end, but nobody really believes them. And there's this politician who says that the scientists are frauds so that they kind of keep their heads in the sand and ignore the chaos that is unfolding around them. And I really, really love satire. I think it's becoming my favorite genre. I just think it's so effective at pinpointing some of the issues that are happening in society without being preachy and without being too on the nose. There's a lot in this film to unpack. So yeah, it's also really funny, really strange in parts. Highly, highly recommend, and I think it's a brilliant film. Okay, well hopefully today I've given you something to watch that you haven't already heard of or seen. Leave a comment below with which film out of this list is your favorite, and also with any recommendations or video ideas for me, and I'll catch you in the next one.